not only did you act for the last 40 years, but you also directed, and from the Forrest Whitakers to award winners that you worked with. In terms of acting, who is the best actor that you've ever worked with, whether it's on camera or behind the camera?
Oh, that's hard.
The best actor, period. And you've worked with some greats.
I love Laurence Fishburne.
Laurence Fishburne, okay.
Tim Roth.
Okay, Laurence Fishburne was, a couple of movies, right? Deep Cover and
Hoodlum.
And Tim Roth was in Hoodlum also,
Yes.
right? Aha. So you put Tim Roth up there with some of the best.
I think, my personal feeling, Tim Roth is one of the best actors ever out there.
Huh.
Organic. I mean, he brings 1,000% to the table. Andy Garcia was, working with Cicely Tyson.
Okay.
Jeff Goldblum,
Right.
who is, people underestimate this guy, but this guy is. And Richard Gere is great too. I mean, people don't. I don't know why he doesn't get the credit. He should be getting much more than he. Richard Gere is a great actor. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
He's a great actor.
Well, he has all-time classic films.
Yes.
From Pretty Woman to.
Yes. I worked with Taraji P. Henson, who, at that time, was one of the most gracious spirits. Clarence Williams, Roger Guinevere Smith. These are all like organically trained guys who are just, how can I say, they come from theater also, which is,
Yeah.
now I'm not trying to be snobbish, but actors that come to theater from theater bring a whole different level of things.
Right. I mean, a lot of the greats came through theater.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey's not the most popular actor in the world right now, but he came up through the theater system. Mm-hmm. So by the time he hit Hollywood, he was already an expert at what he did.
Mm-hmm.
What is, from the outside, I mean, I'm a non-actor. It looks very easy from the outside. And of course it isn't. What is it that makes some of these people that you named the absolute greats at what they do to just the average actor that, gets work consistently but is never going to be nominated for anything?
Well, the Philip Seymour Hoffmans of the world and other people.
Who also came up through the theater system.
I love the fact that the great actors, particularly ones that come from theater, they don't act. They be. Whatever the author and the director asks them to be, they become that on screen. And the great actors, if you watch them closely, part of their greatness is their ability to listen and to respond based upon what the other actor does or says. And in terms of becoming the character, what happens is you memorize the lines, but then there's another phase after that, surrender. And it's gonna sound crazy what I'm gonna say, but the character comes to you. It's like, from the physicality to the way you speak, something happens. And in order for that to happen, I always say, and I've said it before, as an actor, you have to fall into darkness backward. You have no idea where you're going to land.
Yeah, like what happened with Heath Ledger and the Joker character.
It's
ultimately killed him.
Yes.
I interviewed Michael Jai White, who worked with him on that film.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that
Heath had problems sleeping, right? And sometimes you get used to a certain sleeping medication. And a lot of people make this mistake where you can take the sleeping medication, your tolerance goes up, and then you get an injury. and you're not connecting that injury medication to the sleep medication, and that's enough to do it right there. That almost happened to me, and I take almost nothing.
He became what I consider the greatest Joker of all time.
He was incredible.
And Joker is the greatest villain, the most popular comic book, villain of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like me personally, as a current actor that's still getting roles, for me, Daniel Day-Lewis is my favorite actor right now.
Daniel Day-Lewis is
phenomenal. Gangs of New York to Lincoln to he becomes an absolute different person.
He falls into darkness backwards. He becomes that
backwards
entity.
Who is your greatest living actor right now? Not necessarily someone you've worked with, but someone you watch on the screen and just go, oh my God, how does this guy pull this off?
I can't say one, but I can say Philip Seymour Hoffman was, I can't even describe it. He just was a genius.
Yeah.
I think Denzel and Sam Jackson at their best, there's nobody better than them. I think that Meryl Streep, of course, Cecily Tyson, a number of the other great black actresses. There's so many I could mention her name, but when I watch the people in a role that become that person. In other words, they're not the actor playing the role.
Mm-hmm.
They actually become that human being. It's phenomenal to watch it.
Yeah, like Scarface, for example.
Mm-hmm.
When you see that performance, you forget this guy is not even Cuban.
That's right.
This is a guy
That's right.
playing, using a Cuban accent and darkening his skin a little bit to
That's
make
right.
himself look a little more brown.
That's right.
And
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando, yeah. The Godfather and Apocalypse Now and some of those roles, yeah.
Who's another great actor that doesn't get the credit he deserves? Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright, yeah. Well, we actually, I just interviewed Biggs, who was one of the executive producers of OG. I think what was so interesting about OG was that it was actually filmed inside of a maximum security prison.
Yeah.
And the prisoners were actually extras in the movie?
Yeah, 150 of the cast members were actually inmates. And so was the co-star, right? So can you imagine him getting Best Actor and the Best Supporting Actor as an inmate? That would be a first.
The dude with the dreadlocks was an inmate?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What was he serving time for?
I'm not sure what the crimes were, but I believe he's in for maybe 30 plus. So all those guys, those main characters, all have 30 plus years in prison. Been sentenced to, yeah.
I guess he won't be attending the Oscars if he wins then.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Did you see it on HBO?
I haven't seen it yet.
Jeffrey Wright plays a longtime prisoner that's about to get out.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually filmed inside an actual prison, and his co-star was a prisoner at that institution, and a lot of the extras were actual prisoners. Great film if you're a Jeffrey Wright fan. I think some of his finest work.
I think that Nicolas Cage, people are going to find this strange.
Nicolas Cage, huh?
I think he did a great job in Mandy. I was in that film Mandy.
Okay, people say I look like him.
Yeah, you do.
When my beard is a little shorter, people really say I look like him.
But he was great in that movie. It's a horror film, but it's a scene in the bathroom after he loses his wife from these murderers that it's really, you should check it out. It's a great scene.
I'm going to check it out. I mean, he's been doing this since the early 80s.
Mm-hmm.